Hello, I'm Patricia McNeely from Twin Flame Body. I'm a Blu-ray twin flame located in Chicago, Illinois. How are you? Today I want to talk to you about past lives and why they are significant and important and can be a huge part of your healing process. Number one, not everyone really believes in past lives. However, a fair amount of people have felt an interest in this simply because of their initial activation. They start getting curious about where they are in context with everything that's here. Who am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? Why did that happen? Who's that person? Who are they in relation to me? And so on and so on. The next thing is that many people, even if they grow up in a different culture, there are cultures that teach that there's nothing beyond this life. And yet, in some ways, while that is a belief, I have found in my, almost 12, 13 years of experience in working with people directly that their past is a huge significant factor in their ascension. And so you could say, well, how does the past have to combine with the future so that I can be present? And yes, it is a very fine dimensional dance to be able to do that and to be able to come back and to be able to not get lost in it and so on and so on. So if you are curious about such things, and you are curious even more about how it can be a very, very profound healing for you, you should consider joining my webinar class. Now, a couple of the things to know about it is that I teach you how to get there so that you can do this for yourself, because there are a lot of things that, you know, um, you actually may need in order to affect some of the things that are positive in your life. Okay, what's hindering you? What's blocking you? How do you clear? And how do you access it to begin with? Past lives are a record of things that you've experienced. It's that simple. But simply just saying that doesn't equate with the full on experience of actually seeing yourself. Now, some people have this nag at them. Some people will, somehow feel drawn, or they will have, some kind of terror. One of the reasons that I'm presenting this as a twin flame teacher and healer is because your past lives are both of you. Your past lives are the way that you have found yourself in karma. Your past lives are a part of your direct experience. And as lovers to each other, you each experience whatever your other experience you experience too. And if it's brutal, mortal, traumatic, cataclysmic, you betcha it's there somehow. And getting it gone is extremely important. Helping yourself, not just out of your ancestry, although ancestry is a part of that. Many times with the ancestry, those are lineage ties that can be harmful, can hinder you somehow. How do you free yourself up and get to the new level? How do you keep yourself on the track where you just keep up leveling and you can actually be thankful that you got to find out what your past was? Now, I have a story. One of the stories is it's about me. And as a child, when I hit puberty, I used to go to sleep and I would have dreams. I was a sleepwalker and I had dreams and I had flying dreams and I also had extreme nightmares. Now, years later, I was able to piece this together and I realized I was seeing some of my past lives on another planet. That is a planet in our solar system here. And as I was rushing back into my body, I would come through Earth's miasm of the collective mind, and it was scary. I had nightmares. I had nightmares for days on end as I was doing this. So as I was doing this, I had no context as a child. However, years later, I was able to repeat it and utilize my new connections to be able to do this in order to not only piece it together, but have peace with it and understand the reason for my nightmares. And in doing so, help other people understand some of the cause of their own nightmares. Okay. I had another experience where, as I was regressing, I had a friend, not me regressing, but doing a regression. I had a friend I was working with to help her. And I was doing the regression for her, and she was in a state where she had been beaten around the chest area, and she was essentially drowning in her own blood. And we got through that regression, and we did something to improve, and yes, brought her back from the brink of that death. So that in and of itself was leading me to a lot of questions. A lot of those questions had to do with, wait a minute, how many past lives do we have? Well, there are actually millions, to be honest with you. And there are usually only some that in our limited capacity here can be accessed. However, some of them are so highly significant that it is in your best interest to get to it and get that profound level where you can affect some healing that is very, very rapid for you. It is in that I asked, I said kind of like, well, if our average life expectancy was 30 to 80 years in these bodies, and someone dies a short death and you slingshot back for another life, then you know how long are we going to be doing this? I mean, there's got to be an easier way, right? And that's when my higher self said, yes, there is an easier way. Now you're ready to be able to do this and to help turn around and help other people. So we do that in my class. We will have a great presentation, and we can have a discussion on the topics that are of interest to you, because I know what some of those are, but I invite questions. I want to be able to help you affect some very rapid things, and not only that, experience the excitement, the thrill, the just the poignancy, the profound moments that this actually brings. And in doing so, feel yourself, feel how you are you. Now, it is some of this that takes away the existential crisis, where you say, well, who am I? Where do I fit in with all of this? You have things that are just unique to you. And I don't mean that to sound hokey. That means that, what do you got? What is your treasure waiting to be uncovered? And we want to get to the good stuff. What about soulmates? What about karmic soulmates or false twins? What about those people? Where do you put them in, you could say, the whole big picture, the whole grand scheme of things? Well, some people cling to it. Okay, some people really don't know how or when to let go. Some people aren't sure if they should. And yet, what you will see when you join the class is actually from your soul level. You can actually begin to see things. And we do clearing. This is important stuff, because these are things that help you from past to your future, and you can't ignore it. There are many, many topics that are of interest to people on their journey, whether you call it your spiritual journey, whether you've decided to give up on twin flames altogether. You're not, but you may just be ready for the next level of love. But yeah, come and get ready, come and clear, come and find out about the past, your past lives, and clearing the past and expanding into love. That is what my class is about. And please join. Check out the links below. We have usually so many people that have fabulous questions. One of the insights that I want you to know about that I have is that as twin flames, we're here to unravel some of this. It's important that you learn this, and in some ways, you're doing your part. Now, I'm going to also ask, in addition to joining my class, I do one on one coaching, and I'm asking for donations from people so that they can help others. Okay, will you be someone's angel and help some of the other angels who are trying to ascend? It's been a tough year for everyone, and since it's there, I'm going to ask 100% goes to people that do want to experience and need the help. So thanks so much for watching. Please check out the links below. Please check out my website. And we're not done. This is what you could say we want to close the door on the past, but there are new doors opening, and I want to help you open those for yourself. I can do that. I'm well prepared. I've been prepared for this time since 2017, and I wondered about it, but now I know. I could not have predicted this full worldwide pandemic, but that's something really for the books here. But we will get through this, and we are all in this together. So come and join. Thanks so much. Bye.